Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a really long time, but I'm back with the sneaker customization that someone reached out for me to do on their old pair of sneakers. So this is the design. I'm not really sure who created this original design, but all credit to them. It's not my original idea, but they wanted a BAPE design with the Boondocks characters on the front of the shoe. So as you can see here, I like to, design before I start designing the shoe. So I always do it in Procreate. So here I'm just showing you guys some of the things I'm going to be using. And you need all of this to start prepping the shoes. So at first I take acetone and I start to rub off the factory coating on the shoes. So because it's leather, I needed to get leather paint, and you cannot put paint on top of the shoes without removing that layer of factory coating, or else it won't stick. So as you can see here, I'm just using some painter's tape to just section off where I don't want the paint to be, and I'm just going to use flat black on the top because it gives it a more factory look. If I just use the regular black paint, it would look glossy, but flat black by Angelus really does make the shoes look like it's originally black. And here I'm just showing you guys after one coat what it looks like. Something that you need to know if you are going to do this is you need to do thin coats and build it up until it's very opaque. You don't want to just glob it on, and I'm just showing you guys how it looks right now. This is after 2 coats. I do 3 coats for the paints on the shoes, and it just comes out looking really, really nice. So at this point, I was ready to paint the material, the cloth material on the shoes. So I went for a textile medium, which made the paint a little bit more flexible so that it wouldn't feel crusty as you're putting the shoe on. So it makes it feel like it's just regular cloth, if you get what I'm saying. You can opt for fabric paint, or you could just use a textile medium to make it just how it's supposed to be. You get what I'm trying to say. At this point, I'm just going to be painting, the little areas like the back tab and like those little flaps, so that I can move on to the next section. And as you can see, I'm going to be mixing red, and this red is not flat at all. It's going to look glossy, but it's okay. We're going to build it up and then we're going to paint over it, so it doesn't even matter. Is after one coat of the red paint, and as I said earlier, I like to build it up with 3 thin coats. So at this point, all of the paint has been dried and I've completed 3 layers. So I'm just showing you guys how everything looks. It's pretty nice actually, and I'm just pressing on it just to show you guys that it's really flexible and it looks basically like how you'd buy the sneakers out of the store. If I could go back, I wouldn't actually paint this little section black because later on I do put down white paint over it and it took a while for me to build up the white paint. So if you are ever going to do something, just make sure that you don't put like white on top of black. Just make sure you leave the area blank. But it's okay. I'm just showing you guys the overall how it looks right now, and I'm going to proceed to putting down the outlines of like the BAPE thingy next. In my honest opinion, do not freehand. Like, I really do not like freehanding. I like to actually sketch stuff out first and like actually measure them and everything. But I should have gotten stencils, like BAPE stencils. It would have made my job so much easier and it would have made it look so much more accurate. I think I managed to pull it off in the end and the person ended up liking it, but honestly, this was very hard. And as you can see, this is a whole new day. So this is day 2 of me working on the shoes. Okay, so at this point, I'm just mixing the black paint with the textile medium again because I'm going to be moving on to the cloth material and just trying to paint inside of it black so it doesn't look white and it almost looks like it was regular black sneakers. And I'm pretty sure you can tell I love to move around. I don't like to stay in one area. So right now I'm working on the little flaps again. And now I'm about to put the BAPE teeth down. So as you can see, I'm just going to be putting down the layers and everything. I'm gonna admit that this was really hard. I think this was one of the hardest parts of the shoe. Just putting the teeth down and trying to make it look cohesive. I think all artists can relate to like putting down something on one side and the other side is just not symmetrical, but it's okay. We pulled it together in the end. And right now I'm just making the eye. I just cut out a piece of paper in the shape of what I thought looked like the eye and just like penciled around it, and then I'm gonna paint it in. Okay, so this is a very crucial part of the shoe design for me. So I wanted the bottom to be black. Now, because it's a different material than leather, it's rubber. So I needed to get another product that will help the paint to stick. So I'm gonna start by prepping the bottom, which is called like the sole, the midsoles of the shoe. You have to use acetone, and then you wanna sand it down just a little bit and then use acetone to remove the debris. So then I did my research and I found a brand by the name of Raleigh Restorations, and they sell something called a scratch resistant sealer. And what that does is that it seals in rubber soles on sneakers, all types of sneakers. So what you want to do is build up the layers of paint, build up the layers of sealant, and just do that. I'm gonna link the video in the description if you ever want to purchase that, and they show you exactly what to do so that the sneakers does not ever, like the paint doesn't scratch ever. So as you can see right now, I'm gonna be building up layers of black paint, and I'm gonna do 3 layers of black paint, then 3 layers of the scratch resistant sealer, then 2 layers of black paint, and then 3 layers of the scratch resistant sealer, and so forth, and you keep building it up. It's just like this whole process that they lay out on their page, on their YouTube video. You can watch it, and they do a better job of showing you everything. I decided to take off the painter's tape because I knew that areas weren't being touched with the product. So as you can see here, I'm just touching up the little areas, and this is a scratch resistant sealer. And you can see that it is very clear, and what I love about it is that it dries down matte. So as you can see, the bottom is really glossy right now, but you'll see after I put down the sealant, it's matte. So this is it drying right now, and it's a little bit white, but it dries clear. As I mentioned earlier, I am building up the painting layers and the sealant layers. I'm actually looking at their website right now, and as I said before, it's step 1 is adhesion promoter, step 2, 3 coats of paint, then 3 coats of sealer, 2 coats of paint, 3 coats of sealer, 1 coat of paint, and then 3 coats of sealer. And as you can see right now, I'm doing the bottoms. So I wasn't gonna do this at first because, bottoms of shoes always get scratched up anyways, but I just wanted to look cohesive. And now I'm just going back into the shoe and just touching up smaller areas. Okay, so these are cheap laces from Walmart, okay? These are not the official laces. I told the person, just get some good laces, but I just wanted to lace up the shoe just to see how everything looks. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. What y'all think? Let me know what y'all think below, because, in my eyes, I feel like it's okay. But, all right, on to this part. Now, this part, doing the characters, I'm not gonna lie, I think it was pretty difficult. It's on the same level as doing the flaps for me, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like painting characters on shoes. I just don't like it. I rather do like a design, like a normal design, but I don't like painting people on shoes. I feel like the area is just like way too small for that, but you know what, I'm just gonna do it because that's what they asked for. So follow me as I do this process. So I laid down white first because I like to have a white blank background to work with, and it just makes the colors look a little bit more opaque. Also, if possible, please don't freehand. I made the mistake of freehanding the characters, and they're not my favorite characters that I've ever done, but it's okay. I mean, the person likes it, so at the end of the day, I'm gonna just rock with it. Also, all the music that you're hearing in this video is by my friend Rotwist. He actually has a YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description, and I'm vibing out as I'm like recording the voiceovers. I'm vibing out to the beats. So if y'all want to know who made the beats, it's Rotwist. Do y'all see that cheap leather studio paint in the background? Yeah, don't ever make the mistake of buying that and painting shoes because it's very cheap. I got it from Michael's and I just got it to outline the characters. It's very glossy, very glossy. As you'll see, you can see that it's pigmented, but it's really glossy. So it gave that kind of like graffiti type of character look. So I was okay with it. I will be cleaning up the bottom, so don't worry about that. You just need some acetone just to clean up the areas that you don't want paint. And right now I'm just showing you guys how it looks. I'm pressing down on it so you can see that it's still flexible. You know, even if it creases, it's not going to crack. Okay, so this is the completed shoe, but before the matte finisher. I still have to put down the Angelus matte finisher on this, and I'm going to show you guys in the next clip how it looks. But this is just the shoe overall, and I'm so proud of it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Stay tuned for the next one. I love you all. Have a great day.